Welcome back to the channel. All right. Epoch is now done. All of the rewards are in, and I have used almost all of them. It's been amazing. It's been great. We're going to go over like what I've done with all my 6 zones and the rank ups. And then, yeah, I'm going to have actually gameplay for, I'm looking at my notes, 4 of them. The whole idea is like, I know you're, first of all, Waking Gems, rank 3, rank 4 materials, 6 zones. We're going to keep coming in. Want to give you my thoughts, how I use them, why I use them, and how those results are going. And like I said, we are going to have gameplay for them. So the first one we're going to actually talk about is in the tech class here. I did take a Mega Sentinel up. You know, I'm a big fan of Mega Sentinel. I have been for an incredibly long time. I do like her SIG, but I used the Awakened Gem on her. This is like at the Omega days. I took her to rank 3. I was actually going to use her on path 3. I think it was the path I did live of Epoch, and Sentry was just doing so well that I used him. I will quickly mention I did take Sentry to rank 3 as well. Kind of regret that one a little bit. I was excited and I let my excitement get carried away with me. I do think he's really cool, and I do plan on doing some showcases on him. In fact, that's kind of another part of what I am hoping to do from this is you tell me, who do you want to see most? Because I only have so much time, and those are the videos I want to make sure I get out. Another champion, and I did. I took him all the way to SIG 200. This is Ultron now for people listening. I said it in the video covering the champions for Valentine's Day. I said it in the video covering Ultron himself, that if I was going to get him and I was going to rank through him, I wanted him at SIG 200. That's what it was about for me. My unit stash came well under what I had budgeted for Epoch. I was still all the units I had gotten from Banquet. I didn't open those crystals. I agree with you. They were crap. So I held on to them for tough content, and I came well under. And now I'm prepared for, if a tough content comes out. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a while, but eventually we will get it again. So I'm pumped up for that. I'm really excited about Ultron. I will be doing a full showcase, but I did do a video on him showing like what he's capable of. A phenomenal synergy with the champions are going to come up in a few minutes. For those of you who don't understand, just very quickly, I do want to say this. For Ultron, the reason why I wanted him at SIG 200, right? This is what I wanted to talk about. Is this opens up whole new avenues of fights for him to take, right? This is like, we talk about this when we're talking about like Awakening Gems, 6 zones, those sorts of things. Like, is it making something they do better, easier, like a Dazzler, right? Or is it just like whole new fights, which also kind of is Dazzler as well? Well, this is allowing Ultron to take lanes or fights that are going to put incinerate or shock effects on you. They will suffer an 80% duration. That is massive. And remember, he has a really nice heal at 50 and 25%. So for me, for what he does, this was the one I really wanted. That was 3 reallys. Make sure you keep track of that. That's a lot of reallys where I come from. The next champion we will very quickly talk about is Deathless Thanos. You know that when he was coming new into the game, I did new champion videos, like he's going to be the best cosmic champion in the game. Definitely as a 7-star. I think he's definitely in that conversation. Serpent ain't so bad, right? Medusa's pretty good. There's more, but I used all my Deathless 6 stones. Okay, I have not bought a single daily one. These were all from content. Getting those done. I've done all the Carina's challenges. I've done Epoch. I did the incursions. I think that's where I got them all from, and I put literally all of them into Deathless Thanos. I'm very happy with that. The other Deathless are very good. Don't get me wrong. But this is going to allow him to get immediately into his Armor Shatter, which when Battlegrounds is a really big deal. And so far in this meta, I've used him almost completely on defense. He's a great attacker too. Phenomenal champion. When it is time for me to rank for a Cosmic Champion, he's one of the ones I'm definitely going to consider. I have no regrets. All the 6 stones went directly to him. I guess it was 180, right? Because I awakened him doing the Epoch challenges. Now, speaking of Cosmic Champions and 6 stones, I did go ahead and decide to use my Cosmic 6 stones. I also put my generics into Serpent. Serpent was phenomenal on one of the Carina's runs. I think it was like the Worthy Gods. He was also great for me in Epoch. He's obviously a phenomenal defender, right? He's not so bad, unless you got to fight him. So putting this in, and just to be abundantly clear too, if you look at this all and you see all the points here, this is helping him on attack, right? As well, the first bullet point, each Cold Force charge grants up to 394.82 attack rating. This is a rank 3 SIG 180 Serpent. Obviously, it's going to increase as you rank him. But then you think about how many Cold Force charges he can get over the course of the fight and over the quest, 16, that's a lot of attack, right? That number now multiplied by 16. So he's well worth it. Does not mean that he'll definitely be the first Cosmic I take to rank 4, though, but he's obviously going to be in the running. He's a phenomenal champion. So incredibly valuable in literally every single mode of the game. So that felt very worth it, right? I think I have 4 generic 6 stones left. I took him to 180 because I might pull him. I might pull him and just kind of left it there. I do want to quickly call out, I don't have them at rank 3 yet. I did choose to take the Maestro dupe for those of you who are still figuring that out or maybe doing those Carina's runs. For me, it was, look, I know I can get the dupe on him. The Titan crystals, if you've seen my videos lately, you know my Titan luck has been terrible, like beyond horrible, bad, craptastic. And so why RNG it? I do like Maestro. I do intend to take him to rank 3 eventually. Mainly it will be for defense, but the awakened ability does make him a better attacker and it makes him more punishing defender as well. So I was like, I might as well take that. I know I have it. And then if I pull a Cosmic Awakening gem at some point, I can use it on another chain, like Scream or something that hasn't come my way just yet. Now, one last champion that I don't have a fight for yet is I did also decide to use all of my science stones. Now, I had gotten Photon to a relatively high sig. I think she was like sig 80, maybe 100. I think I put in some generics too. We got a lot of materials in the last couple of months because remember, I was on vacation when the Carina's challenges went live too. So I did all of them in January, basically. So between January and recording this, I came across a ton of rank up champion materials. This is really cool here. This is obviously going to make her a much better defender. The one thing I did, though, is when we went over all of those tier lists and we totally revamped the Relic tier list, one of the things I talked about was the Captain America World War II. There it is. Relic, and how good that was if you were blocking. And so I started trying to block a bit more in my Photon play, take advantage of that, but then also take advantage of this SIG, right? Photon has a 58%, so it's not massive. Chance to inflict one of her personal energy vulnerability debuffs on the opponent when struck by or blocking a light attack. We know the defenders like to hit into our blocks sometimes. They'll just like 5-hit combos sometimes. Like it's RNG, right? Sometimes that's going to happen. I'm not saying that's why I put the 6 stones. It's mainly defensive and because she is going to be on my list for first Giants champions to take to rank 4 when that happens, right? I feel pretty good about that. Satisfies a lot of my usage and what I want out of those 6 stones in my champions. Now we're going to get to champions I have fights for. And remember, there was a lot of 6 stones that came our way. I also took Mr. Sinister. I put the mutant SIGs into him. The other champions I had been putting 6 stone is to Dazzler. I think she's coming to the Titan Crystal here. So I took her to 180. Hopefully I pull her at least once. Decided not to take her all to 200, although I do want her there. And then Onslaught's the other one, but he's at like sig 80. I just play Mr. Sinister so much. He's always in my Battlegrounds deck. I love questing with him. I actually am working on a showcase for sig 200 Mr. Sinister. So the clip we're going to see is just from that. I mean, I already did the video being like, when I had him at sig like 130 something, being like, how did Kabam allow this? I understand why they did, because he can be turned off, obviously, by Limber, as we're kind of seeing in Battlegrounds. You can still use him, but still. And then anything that's just stun immune, it's a problem, or someone, wants to shrug his debuffs, although he starts to get around that as well. Taking him to sig 200, for me, for my purposes, as a Battlegrounds defender and attacker, and someone I do enjoy building up, I used him in the Mutant Carina's Challenge in Necropolis, and he was one of my favorite attackers with Onslaught. Like, it's just amazing. He's so phenomenal. And yes, I do like his outfit, Discord. People on my Discord, I still like his outfit. You couldn't ruin it for me. Let's go ahead and take a look at the clip. All right, you just got to see this. This is a rank 3, 6200, Mr. Sinister. We're going up against 9.1. This is a boss, long shot here. And, I've built him up over the quest, all right? There's personal space placebo, right? Because long shot, if he gets to SB2, dude, you're going to, get melted here. 6th sense. So the defender could auto-block mediums or light attacks, true lies, turning off, the true accuracy, all those true things, right? Try to make it so you can't use that. Small arms, so have attackers, heavy attacks suffer 50% attack reduction. So all the ways you would try to go around this node, Kabam is just no, you can't do this. No, you can't do this. Well, Mr. Sinister exists. Look at this. And here's the crazy thing. We only have one Cosmic build up. We have one Cosmic. We do have 3 skills. right? And we do have a mutant and then a bunch of the mystic. So for me, this is like, this is just proof of like how great he is. I kid you not. I literally started messing around this fight. I was laying in bed and I was like, should I sit up for it? I'm like, nah, we're good. Mr. Sinister just like, look at these numbers. We are ticking for 11,210, ticking for that, right? That is just absurd. He is questing with Ultron. I said, you know, we're going to have Ultron in this video too. There's an example where like, I was just messing around. Like, what could happen? I was like, who cares if Longshot hits me? Watch my health bar. It is literally going up. Like, we're at 98%. And I think we took a 4-hit shot to the face. I also was like, you know what? If he doesn't throw this special, I'm going to push him to 2 bars of power. I don't care. Let's see what happens. The synergy with Ultron is that power lock. That's what part of why when I referenced that like Ultron has a synergy with a champion that I love. Here it is. Questing with these 2 guys was amazing. That because I remember that synergy goes on either side. If I recall correctly, honestly, Ultron beats things very, very fast. So it wouldn't be shocking. I think this is when I finally do push him to the 2 bars of power. Again, look at this. We are ticking for 10,191. If I can get in one more heavy with the stun. And then, of course, remember that your degens will go through block. They will go through block, as you just saw there. He's like, there is no analogy for Mr. Sinister because there's nothing else like him. Okay, and then now into the other champion. I had him at 180. You know that I've been talking about that in a lot of videos. I took Prowler up to Sig 200. I didn't pull him. So many 7-star crystals after 7-star crystal. Watch, I'm probably going to pull him on the next one. I'm very okay with that. I knew that was coming. He gets such a large increase numerically, right? And I know diminishing turns comes in, but we've heard, even DLO was on the stream on Saturday at the Illuminati celebration. We talked about Prowler Sig, and the designer of Prowler is phenomenal. Is amazing designer. I love their champions, his champions. And it said, like, I wanted each, increment of 20 to be very meaningful. And that's why the number goes up so much. I'm going to show you a clip. Now that he's at Sig 200, I've been working on the 180 showcase as well, too. He was great there. Do not get me wrong. But with this whole thing, when the opponent's faltered, Prowler gains 3,900 rating. That's a lot. That is a lot. It is a significant source of damage, and getting the falter up, it's like kind of what you want to do when you're throwing the special too. And remember, Incinerate Immune, he's a phenomenal champion. I really do love him. Of course, when it comes time to take up Attack Champion, he's going to be at the very top of that list. All right, let's check out that clip as well. Now time to show you this with Prowler. And again, I said it somewhere in the video. I don't remember if it's going to come after or before this. I've struggled with this meta a little bit. You can see we're in Quantum. I've slowly started to figure it out. It's kind of like today. I think I'm now up in Mysterium, like 2 or 1 or 3. I don't know, somewhere in there. And I'm sure it'll change because it's so early on in the season. And I'm going to make mistakes. Like this is a tough meta. I see why Barrow and Andy wanted to do this meta. They said it was going to be tough, and I agree with them. So I'm going to make a few mistakes here. One of the things we're showing off is that Prowler is immune to the Incinerate. So you don't even have to worry about this. But this is about the Sig, and I want you to see the incredible damage that's going to come off of this. And keep in mind that I am not going to get the Incinerate up, right? That was one of my concerns about Prowler. It was like matchups like Bishop, when you have to do energy damage. But look at this. We do not have the Incinerate up. Yes, this was a rank 2 Bishop. You know me, we ain't hiding the ball, right? But still, 60% of his life. 60% of his life is left, and I don't have the Incinerate up, which is a massive increase to the damage. I really like that smoke bomb. That is hot. All right, so let's go through this guy, and he's already been ticking down, so he probably had more life at the beginning of that, and then it happened so fast, he actually could have had more life. It's 40 seconds. That is really good. This is a rank 3 Sig 200 Prowler, all the utility he's got. I'm so happy with my investment in that Sig. Gonna be more and more Prowler as time goes on. He's just so insanely versatile. Not even a bad defender. And then, of course, he's great in questing as well. We showed that in the EOP finale or whatever it was called. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, and then there were 2, right? These are the 2 rank 4s. I'm so happy about them. Hopefully you've seen the various videos on them. I am working on full showcases for both of them. They're coming along very, very well. In fact, if you've made it this far in the video, will you let me know which one you want to see first? Because the footage for both of them is basically done. They are monsters. They are monsters. We will talk about, actually, let's talk about Chioth first, because the clip I have to show you, I think is more just impressive, just really, really impressive. She's a monster in questing. I'm going to show you that all over the place. Like, she's just destroying Act 9.1. I wanted to get like the most in-game. We knew at rank 3 she could solo Titania in Necropolis. Bitter Steel showed her soloing, like, I don't know, honestly, I think it was like 50% of the fights. It was some absurd number. So we knew that. We were aware of the things she could do. I'm tempted to throw Sigs into her, and I actually, skill is the one Sig stone that I still have left. I'm still sitting on like 50 or 60 or something like that. I have actually used her to take out an Atuma in this current Battlegrounds meta, which is really interesting. If you see her second bullet point, she instantly heals at 66% of all damage dealt to Chioth by physical damage effects. So like that's what Atuma's doing to you. She's been great. She's been absolutely great. Her grit passive on herself, handling unstoppable for you in the cleanses. I'm very excited about having it rank 4. I'm very excited about the showcase that I have planned for you guys, rank 4. Yeah, she's been very good in Battlegrounds. We knew that, and she's been just bonkers in questing. And I can't wait for 9.2 to come out. Use my Chioth, like, I'm very, very excited about this. I have literally no regrets. And the interesting thing is, I actually used my rank 3 crossbones today in Battlegrounds to take out a rank 4 Photon, and I made one mistake. It hurt, but Photon was absolutely destroyed by a rank 3 crossbones. He handled it like a boss. I'm sure no one is shocked by that, and I did win the match. So it's worked out perfectly. I'm very happy with the decision I made. Crossbones will eventually go up. Chioth is just, she's that girl. All right, so let's take a look at that clip. All right, now this is where I started figuring things out, right? I started figuring things out. This is a rank 3 Spider Ham. Remember, Spider Ham can get kind of tanky, right? Reduces the damage on the specials with the spider nonsense. He's got the evade if you're going over. He could put the porker poppers on you. Like, mistakes, I made some mistakes against some Spider Hams. We've got the fight or flight to worry about and limber. So we can only probably have like 2, maybe 3 stuns in there. Well, Chioth's got the grit. And we've talked about this. You just get those bleeds up. And then remember, she has cleanse. Look at the cleanse in the upper left-hand corner. See if that gets utilized. And then I do need to race to my SP1. So because I want the grit up so that we can handle the unstoppable. We've got there. We've got the grit up. And look at this. It's like he's unstoppable, but he's not. This is such great utility. I'm doing my best to get my spirit timer going, right? Increase the damage, get that stuff going. And then I'm going to try to land heavies while still being a little bit mindful of the grit and the unstoppable itself. You can see there, did a nice job. Like I said, I did start to kind of get the meta. Things have improved a lot. But that fight was over. I couldn't even, like, I ran out of time to get all the information in. I am so, I know Chioth's got her fans, and she should. But I think a lot of you are going to be shocked at what she can do. It is, even I, honestly, in the questing, I'm like, I didn't think she was going to be this good. And then I'm sure you know, right? You know the whole story. If you don't, the designer of this champion is Daddy Longlegs. DLL and I have been playing this game together since literally before War Season 1. That's when we met. We've been playing this game alongside each other. He helped me start my YouTube channel, and then I kind of helped him out a little bit on his, and then he took it off and turned it into literally a job. He asked me if I'd be like, honestly, I was just kind of like a person that got to observe the design process. I threw out some ideas and was a sounding board for him. For Kushala, she was meaningful to me before she even came to the game. That's why he, approached them about this, them being Kabam. And so just for rank 4, this is about meaning, just fun. Yes, I love America Chavez. She will go up eventually. Don't get me wrong. She's doing just fine at rank 3. But I took Kushala to rank Sig 200. Words are hard. And to rank 4. She has been phenomenal. I will admit, I've struggled to use her this Battlegrounds meta. I'm struggling with the meta a little bit. I'm doing okay. I'm up in Mysterium now, but it took me a while to kind of catch on how to do things, and I've struggled to use her. And it's not that big of a surprise because the unstoppable is kind of what can slow her down. In Battlegrounds, you really wanted to go fast, and that's been a lot of my mistakes. I think as soon as I start slowing down, we'll be just fine. She'll be doing amazing. That being said, I do have a clip for you, and I am relatively impressed by it, especially because you can see this champion could have had like another 20, 30, 40, 50,000 health, and the fight would not have been much longer. So I'm very excited about it. And similar in questing, she's just destroying stuff. So let me know. You want to see Shield first or Kushala first? That'll decide. And let's get to the clip. And as usual, thank you so much for watching. All right, you know me, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not overly proud of this fight. This is before I'd really figured out the meta. We do have the Unstoppable to worry about, right? There's the Limber as well. This also isn't like a perfect fight for Kushala because you can't really use your SP1 and the Incinerates and that sort of thing. That being said, I think it's pretty awesome. I'm excited about it. So we're utilizing our first parries and our heavies, right, to get our spirit things up. And then we've got, yes, spirit things. The red spell, the yellow spell, and the blue spell, okay? We're going to play around the Unstoppable here, which was another issue. And then we're going to get up our Soul Barb. And this is going to tick. This is ticking for 5,100. I don't know, those numbers are hard to read, but you can see we are ticking for a pretty good margin. This is significant damage. This was a rank 3 Maestro with a pretty tough meta that's also going Unstoppable. And yeah, the other thing I wanted to show here is our healing back. We're well-timed blocking him, and then we're gonna get this Soul Barb up. And what I really want you to see though is, and this is like where it's hard to show the rank 4 amazingness of Kushala. Because look at this, he's about to die. He's about to fall over. That's why I have it paused here. This guy could have significant more health. Our Soul Barb just went up, and he's ticking for 5,500. He's at 7% health. He could have had significantly more health, and this fight would have lasted like 5 more seconds. Watch this. Like, we had like 75% left on that Soul Barb. So there it is. Sure, questing's been amazing. I also incredibly excited to get that showcase out for you. I guess 50,000. That's nothing to shake a stick at. That's pretty darn good. I should be satisfied with that. Like I said, I just haven't had this meta down that well until literally today. So yeah. Again, let me know you want to see Kushala or Chilith first, and then all the other champions, because we will be doing showcases on them. They've been phenomenal. I hope your luck has been just as good as mine. I hope your enjoyment of the questing has been maybe even better. And I'm curious, let me know, who did you put your 6 stones into? Because that was not quite as difficult to decide on who to take to rank 4, but it was a lot, and I'm really happy with my choices. So let me know who you did and if you're happy as well. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.